Nicky Wagner.
Mr. Speaker, the purpose of the RMA is to promote the sustainable management of our natural and physical resources. And it's also our major planning tool. So it's important that it works well. It's important that it supports the environment, it safeguards the environment, but it provides the rules that underpin the well-being and the future of all New Zealanders. This bill is focused on improving the functioning of this legislation so that we can get the best possible outcomes for the environment and support economic growth. Now, there's an old saying, justice delayed is justice denied, and that's relevant here because long, drawn-out, clumsy decision-making processes adds absolutely no value to the environmental outcome. They stymie economic growth, they stop development, and most importantly, they hamper the creation of jobs. When it comes to planning and consenting, we all want consistent, good quality, timely decisions, and this bill will encourage that, and it will encourage time-effective and efficient decision-making. The bill requires better quality analysis in Section 32 reports. Now, these reports underpin important local government decision-making on plan changes and projects, but they tend to be inconsistent in quality. And the new legislation requires much more careful consideration and more robust cost-benefit analysis. In particular, analysts must consider how their decision will affect economic growth and the creation of jobs. Some submitters were concerned about the time and expense that this sort of work may take for councils, but we made it very clear that the analysis should match the size and the scale of the projects. Now, the Select Committee also amended the bill to ensure that both the positive and the negative effects of the economy and economic growth must be considered. The bill also provides for a 6-month time limit on consents for medium-sized projects. Now, when you look at consents, presently most of them get through about 9 months, but some take many, many more months, a lot longer. And we believe that the quality of the decision can be produced within those 6 months. The quality means that there's no loss to the environment, but a consistent 6-month timetable will provide significant cost savings and again will help increase job opportunities. Under this bill, major regional projects will have the option of direct referral to the Environment Court. Now, they may still choose to go through the local government process, but unless there are exceptional circumstances, councils must support their applications to go directly to the Environment Court. And this will avoid the time and the costs of duplication of processes. So overall, the changes in Part 1 of this bill will provide better, new mechanisms to deliver better quality environmental outcomes and timely, cost-effective way. Now, Part 2 of the bill becomes the part of the bill that provides a streamlined process for making operational the Auckland Unitary Plan. Now, these changes will mean that the Auckland Council will be able to deliver their plan within 3 years as opposed to up to 10 years, which it would have been done under business-as-usual processes. This plan will have a huge significance to Auckland. It's the largest and most complex planning exercise ever undertaken in this country, and is expected to involve over 10,000 submissions. So the Auckland Council requested a new legislative framework, and this framework will combine the normal 2-tier process of council hearings for consenting and planning and appeals to the Environment Court. It will combine them in a one-step process, but it still allows for all the opportunities of mediation and negotiation. and it will deliver good outcomes in a faster and more efficient way. It will be good for Auckland to get their plan in place within the next 3 years. I'd finally just like to comment on the Section 360 amendments. Now, this government is particularly interested in facilitating better environmental reporting. At present, regional and local councils do significant environmental testing and monitoring, and they collect a lot of environmental information. But there's no consistent framework around that information and how that information could be presented. The amendments in this bill allow for the introduction of regulations, and these will be agreed in consultation with the councils, requiring local authorities to monitor according to specific priorities and methods. Now, this will provide us with the data so that we'll be able to deliver much improved environmental reporting, and I strongly support that. So this bill is designed to safeguard the environment but provide rules that work better for all New Zealanders. I commend this bill to the House.
Phil Twyford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm going to carry on